World's a better place because you are here to join us. My name is Matt Brown, and I am the host of the Productive Conversations podcast. It is Thursday, June 13th. We are in the middle of June. The summer is pretty much begun. So let us end this week talking about what's trending in our world today. Ryan Cara here, as per usual. What's up?
How's it going, Matt?
Hello, hello.
Definitely good to see you. And we also have one of the greatest people to come out of Norwalk, Connecticut, joining us for the first time in 3 years on Productive Conversations. We are glad to have him back to discuss what else is crazy in our world today. We have the great Ryan Suchland joining us. What's up, Such? Good to see you, bro. Very happy to see you.
Great to see you too, Matt. What an intro. I appreciate it. And it's great to be back. I'm ready to end this 3-year hiatus. I'm excited.
Exactly. And as I said offline, we're going to start a new chapter with you now. And the show's definitely gotten a lot bigger since then. So let us continue that growth and
Definitely.
let us talk about what is going on in this world. So, as we know, we like to talk about what's trending in our world. And what's been trending this week is a new fascination, if you will. Somebody decided that this is what people like. So according to, I guess, the Hollywood, the world, there's a new trend going on known as rodent men, that people are allegedly attracted to rodent men. And examples of this include the Bears' Jeremy Allen White, the Challengers lead Mike Feist, and Josh O'Connor. People are saying Matt Healy from the 1975, Travis Barker from Blink-182. The rodent man is more like, you know, a little disheveled, masculine, conventionally attractive man that way. And that's how they are defining what's hot in this world, the rodent man. So do you guys see this? Do you see the appeal of the rodent man? What do you think of what people have bestowed as what's hot for this summer?
I mean, this is just a different flavor of the hottest guys have to have a little ugly in them. I think it goes both ways, though. I think the hottest people need to have something that makes them different, that is not conventional.
Mm-hmm.
And it's I mean, girls have been doing this. This trend was like months ago where girls are saying, "Are you cat pretty? There was possum pretty? Are you rat pretty?"
Possum pretty. Well, possum and rat feel too similar. I think they need to
I agree.
lump those two together. So this is actually bizarre, but literally the other night, my wife is out of town and we decided to spend, this is true, the entirety of our phone call together, because she's on the West Coast, talking about this rodent thing. She had just heard about it too, about hot rodent summer and whether or not Maddie Healy was hot rodent or not. I think she made some good points that he may not be. He doesn't have the same look as the other folks on the list. And also Travis Barker to me looks a little bit like a Vizsla or like a hound dog, not so much a
Yeah.
rodent.
I'm
But
gonna
can you
pull
just
up really quick while you're saying
yeah.
some of these examples.
I
But
just
can you
learned
just
4 new terms today.
there you go.
I hadn't heard of this until this morning, so I had to do a quick little bit of
There they
research.
are. Look at them.
So like here we
Hot
hear
men.
these are the top
Oh, there's
four, I
Chalamet
guess.
as well.
These are
Yes,
the
we
guys
have.
leading the pack for the
Yes, these
rodent
are
squad.
these are the chosen ones.
So I want
It's
to just
chosen
make
one.
a
Yeah,
an
like Channing Tatum.
observation.
Channing Tatum, not rat pretty.
No,
No,
definitely not.
I don't
Um,
consider him a rat at all.
but if you look at the like 4 or 5 people who are showing up in all these pictures, the one thing they have in common is that right now they're some of the most famous actors in Hollywood. Can you imagine you finally catch your big all four of these guys and this particular image have finally caught their like big break, right? We got Saltburn, Challengers, the Bear. And the first thing everyone decides to do is be like, actually, dude, you kind of look like a rat. Very first
I
thing.
Yeah.
don't think it's I don't think it's a diss. Rats are super cute. I
I
love
don't think
rats.
it's a diss either, but it's just so weird to be
Every
like, I
single
It
one
is
of
finally
them.
made
weird.
it in Hollywood,
Yeah.
and the first thing Hollywood does is like, you look like a mouse.
Yeah, so
I
Okay,
think this is
I
like,
think telling a guy they look like a mouse is more of an insult than telling a dude they look like a rat.
I think
Ooh,
this is
why is
just like
that?
the second iteration of like the dad bod face, where it's like this is just kind of what's in now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it'll pass. I
I
think
don't think it'll
generally,
pass.
I think generally speaking, like Well, attraction's arbitrary, right? Everyone's type
Yeah.
is arbitrary, but I think in general, women like a handsome guy. Again, handsomeness, attraction's arbitrary, but I guess if you're into like the rat look, how
This
did you
is
describe it, Matt? Like, what even constitutes
They're usually
like?
kind of
It's
tall.
it's you need to have like something about you that is conventionally not attractive, but because you have like good facial harmony or something, it all just works together. Like a dude who has a nice face, but then has like a really like big nose, but it just fits his face. Something like that.
They're also
yeah, I
they're
have
all kind of tall. None of them are
That works.
overweight. Like they're all pretty lanky too.
Yeah,
Like
lanky.
yeah.
yeah, I have here from Vogue. Um they categorize this man as somebody this type of man as relatively small gnawing mammals, unpredictable zigzags. They look like they chew a lot of gum and
That's just an actual
um
rat.
like yeah, that's what they're saying here. You have like
Just
more
described
disheveled
rat.
hair. You look like you work all that, like a very blue collar type of look, if that makes sense. Um,
I feel like it's
Missy
more of a like
hair.
starving artist kind of look.
Yeah, you're not like corn-fed Wisconsin looking like a rat.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Nah,
like of a grungier like dude in
Right.
general to
yeah.
use
Mhm.
this description. And like I guess I get the appeal of that to women. I get that like that's why it's in right now. Um
Well, and a
I-
lot of celebrities look like that right now. So that's who people look to.
correct. And to Kara's point with like the one feature like that, I guess creates individuality and like people are
Right.
attracted to that. So I guess that makes sense too.
It's kind of
Yeah,
like how like I don't find the basic like hot Insta chick attractive at all because they all look exactly the same. I
Mhm.
absolutely hate
not
it. I
wrong.
love chicks whose eyes are super far apart. That is my favorite thing on Google.
That's
We
the
know
one.
have the
That's what
same
does
type.
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, men and women. I love that. My boyfriend's eyes are a little bit, and he complains about it, and I'm like, no, it's perfect. Love it.
See, this is what I'm saying. Attraction is arbitrary. Some
Right.
people might be like, nah, no way, but then that's her type. So like the rat thing, I think it's going to depend like person to person, but generally speaking, I feel like a handsome, clean cut guy normally is like the most
I
popular
Yeah, the
type.
default almost
I think this
Yeah,
is
like the
just
John
a
Hamm,
marketing.
yeah,
Don
for
Draper
sure.
type of look. I agree with that too.
This is just a marketing campaign for a live action Ratatouille.
And the names as I mentioned and we mentioned before with Chalamet and Jeremy Allen White, Barry Corgan, as you said, from Saltburn. Also in this they said like Adrian Brody and even Willem
Hmm.
Dafoe is
Oh
over
yeah.
here. Willem Dafoe,
Mm,
he's winning. This
I
from the
feel like he
Today
looks
Show.
just like himself. I don't know. Willem Dafoe doesn't look like anyone else alive, I don't think.
He hasn't really aged. I mean, like he's
No.
aged, but like he's had a long career since the early '80s, and
Hmm.
you just see him and you have just face and wrinkles. If you've seen the movie Platoon, which is
Hmm.
is over 35 years old. It's like 86, so 38 years old. He kind of looks the same. So
For the
that's what
young
was
kids
added here.
listening, he was the Green Goblin.
To Can't miss him. But for the rodent men out there, starting a big trend. Congratulations with what you've been bestowed, I guess. And the other famous one here, that Mike Feist, who's a really good actor on the rise. He's in Challengers and stuff. If you've seen West Side Story, the new one, he was great in that in Riff. I've seen him as like the default for that as well. They call him like someone who's come out straight of the 1940s, which is getting popular too. I've seen that. If you have a 40s look.
That's kind of, I feel like that coincides with the rat look a little bit. There's some similarities there. Some.
So it's Rat Boy Summer. Is that
Rat
the kind
boys,
of thing?
scurry to the beach. This is your time.
Oh
That's
man.
crazy.
Good for them. I'm happy for you. So, why don't we continue on and first talk about somebody that Ryan really loves? We have to talk about Aaron Rodgers. Our first Aaron Rodgers story of the 2024 NFL season officially kicking off. So right now we're about a month away from training camp, and a lot of teams are doing their mandatory mini camps. So teammates could get acclimated with each other. They could go through plays. They could go through different schemes and all of that. And it's only for a week. And the Jets had it during Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week, and Aaron Rodgers decided not to show up. At this time, he has not made clear on why he missed the practice. It is unexcused, announced by Jets head coach Robert Saleh, even though Hassan Reddick also missed it, and he's on a contract year. But a lot of people are debating about Aaron Rodgers missing Jets minicamp, and the big question here is it a big deal or not? So just asking that broad question, is it a big deal that Aaron Rodgers missed mandatory Jets minicamp in the beginning of June? What do you think? Should he be there amongst what the Jets? Everybody, I don't need to go through everything that Aaron Rodgers, you know what happened, gets hurt, big deal, trying to revitalize the Jets, and the Jets, pretty much everybody job is on the line this season. And to kick off the year, you have your quarterback deciding not to show up.
I'm just glad that we finally got all the distractions that have nothing to do with winning the game out of the building. Aaron Rodgers said that months ago, and then he proceeded to be the only distraction in the building for the rest of the summer, or the rest of the spring and into the summer. Is it a big deal in terms of his ability to play? No. He'll either be good or he won't. Coming off an injury, there's no, like, he's not going to rehab and get better. He's either going to be fine or he's not. I will say, having only had exactly 4 freaking plays with the Jets, it might have been smart to maybe get acclimated to the team a bit. You can make the argument he still never really played for the Jets. We're on year 2. So, it might have been nice, perhaps, to get a few more reps in before trying to lead the team to what is reasonably their only shot at a deep playoff run this year, because he's not coming back if they don't do it, and the coach is not coming back if they don't do it, and a bunch of the fans might not be coming back if they don't do it. So it's not good, Matt, to put it bluntly, but big deal, like, in his life? No. This won't affect him in any meaningful way.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal either. He's going to be there starting week 1. And
right.
I don't know. He's earned that, like, veteranship in the league, I think. I'm not a Jet. Ryan, are you a Jets fan?
I am. I teeter on not being a Jets fan almost exclusively because of Aaron Rodgers.
So you look at it a little differently. I get what you're saying, because it is a huge year, and obviously it does send a little bit of a message and maybe it creates a little locker room drama, but I don't know. I think from watching Hard Knocks, all the guys in there respect, and this coaching staff respect the shit out of him. And
that was last year. He hadn't hinted he was going to be the vice president of the United States instead of playing during Hard Knocks, right? Like, none of that had happened. None of the other, myriad controversies had happened. Aaron Rodgers Tuesday, that wasn't a thing yet. So the Aaron Rodgers that everybody
coming back this year.
It is coming back this year. But the Aaron Rodgers, everybody's like, oh, we love Aaron Rodgers. So glad he's here. That's a different Aaron Rodgers. That Aaron Rodgers is a whole year old. And a year in Aaron Rodgers' time is, frankly, as a fan of the team, it feels like 6 years. I feel like he's been our longest tenured quarterback of my lifetime, and he's played 4 freaking snaps of football with them. So, like I said, he'll do well or he won't. The mini practice is certainly not going to be the thing that he needs to have a tremendous comeback year. So from that perspective, I agree. Like, this is not going to, the team's going to be bad now. No. But get the distractions.
It's just
he said it.
It's
not even like the coach said it. He said it. He said no more distractions, and then instantly got distracted. It's like a child with, like, they're like, all right, I want this, and then something shiny happens in the corner, and then they run over there at full speed, and you're like, where are you going?
The funniest part too is
do
people.
You think inside the Jets locker room, though, those guys are actually distracted by that? Because, like, I feel like the media is blowing it. Like, all that matters is what's in the locker room.
I'd be a little distracted.
I don't think they're that distracted. Like, oh, Aaron's not here. What are we?
I'd be a little distracted because they're not saying where he is.
I think it would have helped if he made.
He's coming.
If he did, yeah. I think it's fair if he said it himself. Like, just said, hey, allegedly the Jets did know about this. But I guess the way it was approached, it was ticked off, and a lot of people are blaming Robert Saleh for how he, allowed to, on how he portrayed that information. And some people feel, with this power dynamic Rodgers has, and there are people in the league who really believe that he's the assistant GM as well, according to some insiders. But I think it's just at the end of the day, this is just a typical Jets, LOL Jets story. And I think that's really why they're really pounding on it. And especially, like I said, nobody, the way the Jets played last year, should have a job. It's only because Rodgers is there. Everybody's coming back.
They had the excuse, like, because he didn't play. I mean, everyone kind of had that book because Rodgers didn't play. Like,
They got
I
one
agree,
more
though,
year.
like, obviously, at the end of the day, you would prefer him to be there because, like, he should be there.
Right.
In my opinion, though, I don't think it's the biggest deal. If that continues, then yeah, I think maybe that will be a problem in the locker room. But I think everyone as of now, they're all good. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing the Jets this year. I was very upset that he got hurt because I did want to see him in a Jets uniform and see what you guys could do just because of all the past history. And I am looking forward to it. But I think this is the media just trying to find something and, put the Jets in not the best light as they like to do, just because, to Matt's point, there's been a lot of LOL moments over the years.
I think everybody, when he does return for the OTAs, right? That'll be before this.
Yeah.
That's going to be a week-long story to see what he actually says. But as I mentioned, people said that he made this deal while he was rehabbing, this trip. And people have looked it up. There's a psychedelics convention, week-long psychedelics convention. Apparently happening, I believe, somewhere in South America. Now, this is just Twitter. This is Twitter just making shit up. No, sorry, they could be making shit up, but there is definitely a psychedelics convention happening right now in South America, and we'll just see what he says. And we'll see.
Aaron's just out there floating right now in La La Land.
He's gonna be fun to watch this year. I'll give it that.
He will be. I'm looking forward to that. I feel like we got robbed of that last year.
And you're a Saints fan, right, Such?
I am a Saints fan.
Yep. Yeah. So, the Jets could have got. Why am I blanking on geez, why am I blanking? Shouldn't be blanking. It's coming to the NFL every week.
They could have gotten someone like a trade.
Sorry. For Derek Carr, and the Jets were interested in Derek Carr, but he wound up going to the Saints. Just had an injury-plagued year on and off. But imagine in an alternate world, Jets wound up getting Derek Carr out of everybody.
And Aaron Rodgers is a Saint. You never know.
That'd be crazy. I mean, obviously, hindsight, we know that it would have really sucked for us. But I'm not the highest on Derek Carr. I was more high on him when he came to us. I thought, like a new team, he might have really been able to revamp his career coming from the Raiders because he didn't have much consistency there. But last year, man, he was pretty abysmal for what I thought he could have been. And Saints are getting a little older. Kamara's getting a little older. I wasn't too happy with how last year played out. We had a very weak division, and we did not win it. And Tom Brady wasn't there anymore. Like Baker Mayfield, we lost to Baker.
Yeah, right.
I feel like Derek Carr should be better than that, and he just wasn't. So I'm hoping for a better season on our end too.
Can't wait to see how this all unfolds.
Had a good draft though. We'll say that.
Oh yeah,
I like our picks.
Very, very exciting. So why don't we switch things up really quick? And this time, everybody knows who Toad is, right? From Nintendo and stuff.
Oh yeah. Amazing Mario baseball player.
Yes, the one in
Mario. Break if you're listening, bro. That's your boy. And in Mario Kart.
He's amazing in Mario Party as well and stuff like that. So Toad has been trending at Universal Studios Florida. People are loving how Toad is interacting with the general public. Let me show you some of these TikToks, like this one with 6 million likes right here.
How Toad is interacting.
Look at him dancing. Go get that, Toad. Hey. We have Toad over here getting zesty. Not zesty. Look at it getting there. Oh, look at that dance again.
I can take your bitch.
Go, Toad.
Like this. Put it on fresh.
This is 15 million views.
Damn it, the pretty.
Rock your
This is
hips.
the song they
I'm having
use to
cash,
do.
I can take your bitch. Beat it up, like this. Put it
Toad.
on, fresh fit, fly shit. She in love,
I wonder who's in
but
that
she
costume.
stuck.
It's pretty
She
sick.
addicted, like drugs. All I worry about.
Toad. Everybody's showing their Toad experience.
That last
someone
guy
in
was
that, or
trying to
is that
do the
like a
Toad
robot?
dance.
What was that such?
Is there someone in that, or is that like a robot?
There's
Oh, that's
someone
a-
in there.
It's someone
It's
in
a
there.
yeah,
That's not like a
somebody.
little kid.
Yeah, it's definitely a really short
They're
person.
short, yeah.
It reminds me of you seen the Elastigirl one? It's definitely like a super talented gay guy in there who can dance super well. It's hilarious.
Unpaid interns,
No,
probably what
no,
it is.
no straight woman can move the way that he moves.
Is Toad considered a rat guy?
No, because of the mushroom head.
too
Two-
round.
No, I don't.
Yeah, 2 round.
He's too round.
Me and
I'm
me
good.
and Toad have the same body type. Actually. That's true.
Luigi would be a rat guy.
He would
I
be a
think
rat guy.
Waluigi, definitely.
And Waluigi is a
Waluigi's a
Wario.
rat guy.
For
Mario's
sure.
not a rat
Mario.
guy.
Wario
Mario's
is a bear.
conventionally attractive. Yeah.
Mario's a bear. We can all
Yeah.
look that up. This reminds me, Matt, of remember when Elmo tweeted at us? Not us, but like everybody. This just
Yeah.
feels like that. This is or like remember when everyone was like Kevin James is the funniest meme on the internet for like 2 weeks.
Now it's
This just
Toad.
feels-
It's Toad's
It
turn.
just feels like it's Toad's turn. We went like Grimace,
Toad's
Kevin
turn.
James, Elmo, and now we're at Toad. And I don't know where we're gonna end up next. It'll be something ridiculous. I don't know, like Franklin the turtle.
Yeah, we'll
But,
bring back
um,
Caillou.
Or yeah, it'll be Caillou.
Caillou.
But this is just every once in a while something weird has to go absolutely bonkers viral for like 2 weeks. But I will say that last video you showed us, the dude was trying to do the Toad dance from the previous. You could tell like he was doing the feet and he had the
It
hips.
looks so easy.
He was trying to do the dance that the Toad was doing in the previous video. So people are now seeking out Toad to do the Toad dance, which I do find kind of fun. But that's anyway, yeah, I think this is a 2-week thing.
See,
And then
look
we'll
how
all move
look
on.
at the
I mean,
vibe.
it's just a meme.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There's memes all over TikTok every few weeks.
Look at that vibe, though.
I think it is.
Getting the
I think
Toad
it's a
dance, I'm
worthy
doing that.
character.
You gonna do
I
the
think
Toad
Toad-
dance, Matt?
Yeah, I think Toad's pretty sick in the Nintendo world.
Not now, but I could if we have more cameras, I would. But another day. But all summer long, you just put your left foot out and your right foot out.
and then you do
And
a
then
little
you
hip
shake
thing.
it all about.
Yeah, it's a little bit like the hokey pokey. Actually, now that you said that, Matt, that's so much less impressive. It's just the hokey pokey. The Toad's doing it faster.
Because it's Toad and it looks cute.
Yeah.
Next
I
time
saw-
I go to a bar or a club, I gotta see if anyone's doing the Toad.
Oh, I'm
the hokey
definitely
pokey?
doing that.
No, hokey pokey.
Do that. Or do the monkey like Trump did in the Bronx. Bring those.
Oh, yeah, he
easy
loves that
dances
thing with the. He loves that.
out.
Oh, the YMCA.
Yeah. but
My
I
buddy
won't. I
who's-
won't say what it looks like when he does it like this, but that's how he does it. But yeah, he loves that move.
My
Toad.
buddy Ryan, he also named Ryan. He does that impression very well. It's funny.
Oh, we are definitely gonna look for some Trump impersonators in the
Yeah, we'll
fall.
have to soon. Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of memes of that coming up, I'm sure.
Have you seen the Trudeau party trick of falling down the stairs?
Ah,
And
our
then
guy
he-
does that
Sounds
pretty
And
well.
then,
hilarious.
and then he just throws himself there. They asked what his party trick was, and then he literally just threw himself down the stairs and then stood up and went, "But I'm fine."
Oh no.
I suppose that's a party trick. It'll definitely make everyone at the party look at you.
Yeah, exactly.
So moving on from toads to other trends. Now there's somebody named Horse Girl on TikTok who competes in hobby horsing. And I guess she had a competition this week and she went in so much with 16 million views that a lot of people commented on this fake horse girl and what she did. But let me show you exactly what I'm talking about and see how you perceive this. So let me show you fake.
I have not seen this.
I love
Horse girl?
hobby horsing. Hobby horsing is my favorite sport.
Really?
is it?
All right, we'll have to talk in a second.
It's
Hold on.
hilarious.
Oh my god, no.
All
way.
right, here is fake horse.
This
By the
can't
way,
be
hobby
real.
horsing. Well, I don't know. I thought this was hobby horsing, but we'll define right after. But Let me show you what this girl's up to. Here we go. She's very upset. She's hyperventilating and everything. And if I could just pause this, it says, hobby horsing is not a sport. It's easy and everyone can do that. Oh, yeah? This is me after my dressage routine. I was passing out, couldn't breathe, almost throwing up, dizzy, shaking, whole body burning in pain.
About the lifestyle.
Well, she's living the lifestyle there. Look at her.
Look in the back.
That can't be real.
No, it's real.
What could she have possibly done to be that?
Okay, the one thing about hobby horsing is that it's genuinely impressive how high some of them can jump.
Yeah,
Other than that, it's all memes.
Matt, have you seen I sent you?
Yeah, I have it right
same
here.
Person. Yeah,
so,
let's see that before we get into this because I do want that to be part of this conversation.
It is impressive.
All right, so this is a girl jumping very high.
Yeah.
This is the same person, I believe.
Here we go. Look at this. So for those listening on Spotify and Apple, so this girl's literally hopping what has to be a good.
I mean, that thing is freaking tall.
I mean, just straight up, not javelin.
Just vaulted over that thing.
Just pole vaulted over this whole thing, on a pure jump.
I mean, it's like jump. It's high jump with a fake horse
thing between you. There.
And there she is doing it again. This is the greatest hobby horser, I guess.
So
if
she hit a bunch of those in a row, I could see how she might have been out of breath. I think someone needs to just go to these hobby horsing contests. They all seem very young, and just start recruiting track and field. I feel like that team, if they can get the form down, like, all right, you're gonna do your gallop, but we're gonna leave the horse at home. We get your form down. I feel like that's easily track and field champions. D1.
That was a crazy funny that jump. This is what they're putting their athletic prowess into. I love hobby horsing. I follow so many hobby horses.
Do you really? So
this is a real hilarious thing. Oh yeah, I love it. I just think it's funny as hell.
What appeals to you about it?
It's funny.
Okay, so it's not like you don't want to hobby horse. You like other people hobby horse.
It's kind of like
you like to see other people hobby horse.
Kind of like, do you know what Therians are?
No. Therians?
Like Therians, like people, not furries. They're people who think that they are an animal in a human body, like for real. But some of them can do some really cool, like animalistic movements and jumps that are genuinely impressive. But it is very funny at the same time.
I met a kid in college who had a tail, who was like that. I forgot what he said. He was doing him, I guess, but
I mean, if you wanted to,
impressive vert, like that was impressive.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that was why I actually saw the vertical first, and then I saw why this person was posting that, and I was like, oh, okay, now I understand. But yeah, I was thoroughly impressed. I was a little confused as to why they kept the horse the whole time. I keep calling it a horse. It's obviously not a horse. It's a stick.
It's more important to her.
How did you get into that? How at what point? Who introduces this to you? And when are you like, I love this?
It's horse girls that can't afford to actually have and board a horse and ride and take riding lessons because it's expensive. So your mom is like, here, hun, I got you a horsey, and then it just snowballs.
You know what's funny? Speaking of horse girls, when I was in college, we had an equestrian team at JMU, and I guess there was a local farm nearby where they could all go and ride the horses, so no barrier to entry on the price. But we had a mix with them one time, and I was talking to a few of them about it, and it's very, very interesting equestrian, and also some very good personality women in it. It was a fun time, but yeah, I couldn't imagine being all right, I can't get the horse, so I'm just gonna put a stick between my you're
right. I was gonna say that almost doesn't make sense to me because obviously you don't have a horse.
Yeah.
No, but also I'm not trying to be mean, but if you were I want a horse, and it just wasn't in the cards for you, I would be angrier if I was handed the stick with a horse's head on it and said, "This will be like." Obviously, that's not on a horse. It feels almost more like, and obviously, I don't know if there's a connection here, but at my school, this is true. They had a Quidditch league, like
Oh
from
my
Harry
God.
Potter. Yeah.
Like in
I did
Norwalk
that. I
High.
played Quidditch one time at Norwalk High.
Yeah, they
Okay.
had a Quidditch club.
When I was
So-
a freshman, I like came out one time and I played.
Okay, so I didn't
actually-
even know they did that in Archive, but I
Wait,
saw
Yeah.
do you put a broom between your
Yeah.
legs?
Yeah.
Like a
Yes.
PVC pipe. Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
there's,
You
like,
throw it into
dodgeball.
the goal.
What
Yeah.
are the goals called? I threw one through it, yo.
I don't remember.
I like
Not
sniped it. It
the
was
snitch
sick.
is the gold thing. The
But
ball is the
yeah.
snitch.
When we played,
snitch.
one of the track kids at the time, I forget his name, but he was like the snitch and just running around Norwalk High, like if someone was chasing him, like nonstop.
So
Literally.
Oh my god.
So like I could see like how you would go from like doing that to the hobby horse, but like it's just the thing in the legs. That doesn't feel horse like to me. So I feel like it doesn't replace the need for a horse. But maybe you're right though, because like dressage or whatever is a horse term. Like on actual horses, they do that. So maybe like it lets you learn about horses and like lets you like get into like the sport of like the equestrian sport without needing a horse. So I guess maybe that would be the reason why you would do that, but for whatever reason, however they came to it, like definitely consider track and field. I'm just saying. Really
yeah.
impressive vertical.
Man.
I bet you they're quick too.
You think
They got a gallop, you know what I mean? So
do you think these girls like or the people in the sport will treat and like talk to their horse as if it's an actual animal?
Some.
Like
I feel like
the imaginary
they-
horses?
Yeah. Like I
Oh,
bet it has
yes,
a
they
name, they
do.
like pet it, they like talk to it, like settle down. Like
Yeah,
don't be nervous.
I mean,
You know what I
listen,
mean?
I want
Oh.
everyone. I genuinely want everyone to have fun doing what they do. Like I don't want
For
to be
sure.
laughing at this for sure. Like you enjoy it, great.
It's
Yeah,
fair,
right.
Like if you do talk to the stuffed horse, like like if you finish your routine, you're like, whoa, like no, you could just stop. Like, the
Yeah.
horse will do it.
You
You
could
you
just
are
stop.
the horse. You could just stop. The horse doesn't need to be calmed down. That would be what pushes me. I think if someone came up to me and was like, I'm a hobby horse person, I could probably get through the whole like conversation, have a wonderful time talking about their experiences, the competition, right? But if I ever watched them do hobby horsing and they tried to settle their horse down,
Whoa,
I
Stormy,
would-
slow down.
yeah, I would lose my mind. I would laugh hysterically. The only thing that would make it funnier is if the horse doesn't calm down.
The only horse the horses
If-
I like
I don't know
are
what's gotten into her today. I just can't like
yeah,
get it in
if they
control.
can't settle the horse, then it goes from like stupid to brilliant. If someone commits so hard to the horse is real that they make the horse rambunctious, then that would be funny, and then we go back the other end, and I would love it again. But there's a fine line.
hey, the horses I like are thoroughbreds that could win me money. I don't think there's pretty pretend
like those
horses
too,
with
man.
jockeys.
Well, you don't think DraftKings could start getting some
Oh,
some
they'll find a
serious
way.
bets?
They'll
If, yeah,
find
I
a
was
way.
say if anyone can bet on hobby horsing, it's us. It's the US of A.
Have-
We'll figure it out.
The hobby derby, something like that.
Hobby
Hobby
derby.
Someday here, but other things to laugh at, right? This will be one of two fast food related things we have today, but Popeyes goes viral this week because of an incident regarding a customer who I guess was filming an interaction, trying to really see how far she could go. I guess so we're about to watch a drive-through video, and this customer was not having it for some reason. And you tell me what you think of this reaction from this guy. So let us witness this hilarious interaction between a customer at Popeyes and the Popeyes worker. All right. The video is titled, "What kind of customer service is this?"
This is gonna be great.
What kind of customer service is this?
This is the number 2, right? Yes. I meant to say number 3. I don't want this. And yeah, can you change that to a number 3? Matter of fact, a number 7.
Number 7 is...
Oh, number 3. You pick one.
You pick
What
one.
you mean I pick one? You just ordered the fucking food.
Excuse me?
Bro, you heard what I said, bro. You about to close, bro. I ain't got time for your shit, bro.
What kind of customer service is
What the
this?
fuck you want, yes or no? Is this what you want? This what you paid for? This what you about to get?
I want a number. No,
I
I
don't
want.
care what you want
I
to
want
get.
to.
This is what you paid for, so this is what you're gonna get. Here, I got your Fanta right there. Here.
And I don't want Fanta. I want fruit punch, please.
You want fruit punch? All fucking well. You finna get what the fuck I made and what the fuck you paid for.
Oh my God, what kind of customer service is this?
What kind of customer are you?
I just want to. Well, no, I want to just give my money back.
Your money back, lady. Fuck your money. Here, get this. Get this drink. Here you go. You have a nice day.
So
guy.
I don't. So you tell me, what do you think about that?
He reminds me of, have you seen, I think he was at Denny's or something. This dude ate a whole plate of food. When the waitress came back, he's like, it was gross, didn't like it, want a refund. And she said, well, you ate the whole thing. He's like, no, I didn't. She holds up the empty plate to the camera and goes, well, let's ask the audience to like like that.
I definitely
think.
thought
sorry,
it
go
was funny, but like good for that guy, I guess, because dude, you probably deal with such shitty people all the time going through the drive-thru, or just like high school kids that are like screwing with you all the time anyway. Like, and obviously that lady that's exactly what he said. What kind of customer are you? Like, who does that?
And
You know?
I'm not surprised with this. And working in a job, deal with the public like that. Yeah, there are people who are that psychotic to have these legit demands. And especially when you have a corporate place like that, they somewhat know they can get away with it with a push, and maybe that's why she even filmed it. And I mean, I'm on that guy's side either way.
I mean, when I was a cashier, I once had these two old ladies come through, and I'm pretty sure I still had the in training badge on me. I was totally fine though. And so, some people have freezer bags for their freezer food and, cloth bags. So I was able to fit all their frozen food perfectly into their freezer bags. And then I was putting their produce into cloth bags, and they freaked the fuck out at me because I didn't put their apples into the freezer bag, which had no room. They went to the service desk. They said that they should be training people better before they put them out front, and that I was a disgrace.
Oh my God.
In the USA, they just throw everything in the closest bag and hand it to you. So
I was such a good cashier, eventually that I basically got to call my own hours when I was on cash because I was very, very fast. So I said, if you guys want me, you put me on when it's busy, but don't put me on at any other time, because I could just had all the bulk memorized, all the bakery memorized, every deli code, every produce code.
I do love a good drive-through prank though.
Yeah, one that doesn't like piss them off, genuinely funny ones.
Yeah. On the off chance that this person actually thought that she was going to get her entire order down to the drink changed at the window. That's obviously you're not.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, what? Like maybe she could have gotten a refund. Maybe he could have been like, fine, sure, whatever, and thrown the food away and given her a refund. But they're not just gonna make the new food when you arrive. Like, I changed my mind. And I love in the beginning, she's like, I accidentally. I'm like, no, you can't like if you said 2 but you meant 7, like it wasn't an accident. You just changed your mind.
She said, I want 3. Wait, no, I want 7.
Right. She changed, and then you. I do like that you picked though. That was, he was like, what do you mean you pick? It's your food. So I do. Excuse me.
I think if that was like an actual thing and you're a little bit more like strategic with your social skills, you might be able to get away with it. But
yeah, if you're like, hey, I'm really sorry about this,
Exactly.
No, I don't think any fast food. Yeah, I don't think any fast food worker would make the entire meal for you again.
Yeah. Also,
window.
he said,
you haven't
that
seen me
they're
in the
closing
drive-thru,
soon.
Listen, if you can do it, film it. If you can do it, film it. We'll put it on.
Hey, they've turned on the ice cream machine for me before.
That's like an additional thing. I feel like that's different than replacing the entire meal.
I would have lost my shit.
I've never
I would have
actually had to do that, but that would be a fun little social test just to see if you can get it done.
Yeah,
I feel like I could get it done. Not if it's at closing time. This guy said we're closing soon.
But especially like what Such says, right? Especially a drive-through, especially if you work like an overnight drive-through, you're just ready to curse somebody.
That shit, they don't give a fuck.
They don't.
Come on, dude.
I remember.
Hell nah.
Me, my brother, and an old family friend. We left we were going home from a concert once. So we decided to get McDonald's. So there's a 24-hour McDonald's Main Street, right?
Mhm.
Go try to be funny. My brother just says right away, "Hey, can we have a Whopper?" And then the guy just wasn't having it. Mind you, it's like 1:30 in the morning. And the guy, you
Right.
hear like this exhale a breath, and he goes, "You either order something real, get the fuck off my register." That's what he literally said to us. And he's like, and then my brother said, because he happened to be driving, he said, "You know what? Fuck you, we're going to Burger King." And
Oh
then we
my
go
God,
to
that's
Burger
awesome.
King and it wasn't open, so joke was on us.
Yeah, exactly. That's
No.
exactly what that guy was thinking when you drove away. Like, idiot, I'm the only thing open at 1:30 in the morning.
We had to go to another McDonald's drive-through to justify us still getting the food we want.
Bro, the sigh is just like I've heard this 5 times today.
Right,
Like,
Yeah,
I hear
right.
I hear this every fucking day. You know what's a really good one? I don't know the name of it, but I remember seeing this like TikTok or reel, whatever, and it's like they pull up to the drive-through, and on the like where the intercom it says like what they don't have. So let's say it's like they don't have cheeseburgers, mayo, lettuce, whatever, and the guy's just like, yeah, so let me get a cheeseburger with lettuce, mayo, like all the stuff they don't have, and just list it off like one by one, and the people are like, are you for real? Like it's fucking cold. That one's good.
Excuse me,
I like the
another
people
one.
who try and walk through the drive-thru.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
it.
when people dress themselves as a seat, so they make it look like there's no one in the car, and then they just
I've
pull up
seen
to the
those. Those are
drive-thru. Yeah.
crazy. Those are
Really?
crazy.
I've never even seen that. That's funny.
Yeah, I've seen that's crazy.
Oh man, you guys
The
want to hear
people like
this?
looking in the car, they think like the person like got out and like walked away. They're like
Yeah.
trying to figure out what's going on. I've seen those. Those are crazy.
Yeah.
I got a great drive-through story actually.
What's
on
up?
Walking through the drive-through. Shout out my boy Jeff and Dylan, because you're randomly getting brought up into this. But I was out in Atlanta visiting my buddy Jeff, and he has a friend there. His name is Dylan. We go out to a bar. Me and Jeff and Dylan too. We all love Taco Bell. It's the best late night like
Right.
fast food.
A lot of people like Taco Bell now.
Correct. Somewhere halfway through the night, like I don't even know, we lose Dylan, but the plan was like there's a Taco Bell down the road, and we were gonna walk to it and go get T-Bell and like go home. We lose Dylan. I don't know where he went. Me and Jeff start walking to the Taco Bell. We pull up to the Taco Bell, and as we're there, we like because you can't see around the drive-through corner. We like hear this commotion. We're like, what's going on? So we like walk around the corner. Who do we see at the window but Dylan there arguing already with the Taco Bell people? Like, yo, why won't you serve me? Like, I want my like crunch wrap, whatever. And they're like, you're not in the car. We can't serve you because that's like a rule, right?
That's a rule, yeah.
So he's all pissed off. And we're like, bro, like, don't worry about it. And they're closed, so we can't like. We figured it'd be open, but it's closed.
Yeah.
So we order an Uber. The Uber pulls up, picks us up at Taco Bell, and we're like, hey, listen, like, we'll buy you a couple tacos if you just pull through this drive-through right now because we can't otherwise. So we get in the Uber, we pull up, we order our food, we pull up to the window, and Dylan's like, guess who, motherfucker? literally. And then they actually laughed. They thought it was so funny.
Well, at that point, it is funny because
Yeah, I mean, it's just a rule they have to follow. It's not
They served
like,
us the food and then we left, but that shit was hysterical.
like when I was in high school, and my friends and I didn't drive, we would go to McDonald's late at night if we wanted it, and we would only have to wait like 10 minutes for somebody with a truck bed to pull up, and we'd give them a loony or a toonie, hop in their truck bed, and then they'd pull through the drive-thru and they'd let us order from like the back of the truck.
I gotta ask you.
Nuggets
I know what a
off the back of
loony
the truck.
is.
I don't know
What is a
that
toonie?
What's a loony and a toonie?
The loony is a currency.
$1 coin, $2 coin.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Oh yeah. Such Carl's from Canada, so that's where that's from. Vancouver.
I knew loony, but I was like toonie. I didn't
thought-
know what a toonie was, so I
thought it was some slang of something.
Nah, I'm not from Vancouver either.
Oh,
Is that the
excuse me.
currency?
I'm from Northern Ontario, and now I live in Northern BC.
Oh, okay.
Columbia, which
I've been to BC.
But yeah, you just toss the dude like a buck or two, and then he would drive us through. Whoever, like if they have a truck, a lot of times people late at night would just know that, hey, there's probably gonna be like 10 kids here that want some burgers.
A
Karen,
loony
is
and a
that the name of the
toonie.
currency though? A loony and a toonie is the name of the currency? Like,
Yeah, loony. Man, $1, 10, 5,
who
10,
came up
20 is
with
boring.
that?
That's hilarious. And the
Got
last
like
drive-through
Bugs Bunny
related
on,
thing.
Like, one of them.
a Bugs Bunny. I
And
was
the
gonna
loony-
say.
Duck on
The
other.
loony's got a loon on it.
Yeah, it's a bird actually. So it's like
What's
Tweety
a-
Bird, but
I
not.
didn't even think of that.
And that's what there's this hilarious guy just drive-through pranks. He simply goes like he says, "Hey, can we fix my order a little bit? And somebody will ask, like, hey, can I have, like, how much lettuce do you put on your burger? And she's like, well, she looks at the screen and then he just drives off. Just simple as that. He's like, ask for more. He's like, hey, I forgot to add a chicken nugget. Can you add that? He's like, okay, how much do you want to add for it? And then shoot, drives away.
I don't know. Maybe this is just me. I mean, I very, very infrequently get fast food at this point, but when I go to fast food, I actually would like to eat the fast. Like when I want food in general, I'd actually want to eat it. So like, I don't play games at mealtime, and so I respect, because I don't play games with my food. I respect the people who work there who don't play games when they're serving the food. That's just me. I do, again, I like the walking through the drive-through. That's relatively harmless, or hitching a ride to go through the drive-through, again, relatively harmless. But yeah, I'm not out here making people change orders, add things, driving away. If I pull up to the drive-through, especially now, if I'm willing to if I'm willing to take the horrible next day because I have to eat fast food, I'm not playing around. I'm just getting the food, getting out of there. I can't.
Hilarious.
I was a busboy, so I always try to respect like people as much as possible.
Yeah, I was a bartender, so a little different, but still service. Service industry.
You guys, back in the day, did you ever try to like go to McDonald's and do the Big Mac wrap? You guys remember that?
I didn't. No.
No?
What is that?
I don't even remember that though.
The Big Mac wrap? Vaguely, I think so.
It was like a viral video, and it was like a guy like pulled up in like this Big Mac wrap. It's like, let me get a double cheeseburger and hold the lettuce.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I was thinking WRAP.
Yeah.
Could you
I was
forget?
thinking like a snack wrap.
That started it all.
That did start it all. I remember trying that as like however old I was at the time, and I killed it. But I bet they were like hearing that also like 5 times.
Exactly. That was probably the only thing they heard for like weeks when people started hearing that.
Yeah.
Well, till the next one.
Sorry, I just wanted to, did they give you all that food you ordered?
No, obviously I was good.
I would have.
My mom's literally like driving me and like just like, okay, Ryan.
Yo, let's switch it up really quick because we talk about AI, the rise of AI, and most of us have Apple products. I don't know.
No, never.
Your team Samsung, okay,
Android?
that's your weirdo.
Wow.
You do that. I'm kidding, but most of us do have Apple products, and it was announced during an Apple event that Apple has entered the AI arena. They are partnering with OpenAI, the company that's in charge of ChatGPT, and they will be implementing AI into all of its products, including Siri. This move aims to keep pace with industry leaders like Google and Microsoft. The partnership exposes AI's technology to millions of iPhone users. Apple presented AI features under the moniker Apple Intelligence, including a text generator for emails and messages, an image generating tool, and an advanced Siri assistance. So for most people have Apple, most of us will have AI for free in the palm of our hands, literally. Who's ready for that?
Well, I mean, I
better get ready. It's coming.
I already have the ChatGPT. Like, I already have it. I've already used it on my phone. So
you don't have to pay for it.
I don't pay
anymore.
for ChatGPT. It's free.
But for like 10 uses.
No, you can use it a lot. But what I think the difference is going to be the Siri being AI enabled, because now Siri can learn. We're creating Skynet slowly. Siri's about to be Skynet. And by the way, Cara, you're not safe. They're gonna give it to not Alexa.
I don't give a shit.
Who's the Android one? Those Androids got a person.
I
Cortana,
don't use it ever. I don't think I've ever used it.
I think it's Cortana, but they're all gonna get smart. They're all gonna get sentient, and then we're all gonna have to figure out how to handle that.
They got all our data too, so it's learning with all our personal.
I don't care about that. My data's not that special. But
hey, that's what's funny. I've learned that's why all these really cool apps are free, because you're the thing that's on sale.
You're the product. If it's free, you're the product.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
I mean, I'm actually with you, Cara, about that bit. I collect my data. There's nothing there for anybody.
Yeah, like if I I'm not in the government. I don't got anything to hide. Take what you want. What you're gonna look at me looking at like kitchen pans for like 20
Right.
hours?
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't really care that it's getting ingrained. I think it's a good thing. Like our society is going to have to adapt to this AI wave. Like it's going to be the new thing. What I'm more weird about is like how does it all pan out? Because like not to have like the tinfoil hat on, but I mean I use ChatGPT a lot. That shit's smart. Saves me a ton of time. You just type in what you want and it produces it and it's crazy. So I can like here's my question. Do we have like a plug that we can just cut this thing off if it gets too crazy? You know what I mean? Like, can it
And like a
become
kill
that-
switch?
That's
Yeah,
what
like,
that's
I
what
don't
where
know.
does it stop?
Elon was complaining about with the security threats and privacy, as if he cared, but he probably was just mad that Apple, one of his competitors,
Yeah,
is
he's
dead
so
to it.
he's so stupid because he's got one too. So he doesn't care about security. He just cares that other people are doing it because he has one and he wants us using his.
Yeah,
That's
right.
so fake. Elon bothers me. Not because again he's a smart guy or whatever, but like, come on.
He's
Like,
also
don't
just dumb.
Yeah, just don't pretend.
Done
Just be
so
like,
many dumb
no, I want
things.
people to use mine. Like, don't pretend. I have a real problem with AI. No, you don't, because you made one, silly. Obviously, you have no problem with it because you're willing to give us yours. Anyway, sorry, the Elon rant over. I don't know. I don't think there's a kill switch. With honest with you guys, like, I really don't. I think if there was, people would have been talking about it already. Like, we've been talking about how dangerous AI is for a while, and no one has ever been like, no, it's okay. We can just turn it off. So I think
that's what scares me.
Yeah,
like I like
think
it. I use it all the time in work and like research, whatever. Like it's a great tool. Like, and I like that we have it. I really like. I use ChatGPT a lot, but that's where I'm like, it's so smart and it learns so quick. You add our personal data into it. Like I don't know. Like what does it become? But then I don't know. Also, too,
something
maybe
that
it's tech like it always is going to be, like it normally is. Maybe it just becomes a tool. I'll tell you what, though, that shit is going to change the workforce entirely. There's South Park, actually. Do you guys like South Park?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I watched that.
They just did a special. They did like an Ozempic special, but before
We
that,
talked about that one. Yeah,
that was hysterical. But they did one before that, and it was like Randy is like telling Shelly and Stan, because like AI is taking over all this new stuff. He's like, you guys gotta go out and learn a real skill, and he like talks to them about like learning plumbing and like AC and stuff, because it's like everyone in the show is now just like getting shit done for them, and no one actually knows how to do actual shit anymore. So it's like
right.
all these handymen become like super rich in the show. It's funny. It's good satire. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. As a writer, I don't think AI is quite what people think it is.
Yeah, I think like at the point it's at right now, it is just a tool. Like there is still that risk of it in the future, but I don't think we're at a point right now where like AI is gonna become sentient and become
That thing writes a fire email, though. I'll tell you right now.
Oh yeah.
I use that.
Email, yeah. You could get an email done pretty fast with AI.
There's a music maker one where you can put in a prompt in a genre of music and then it like creates lyrics and creates an entire song for you, and it's actually not that bad and it's really fun to mess with.
I like those in the graphics you can make.
And stuff.
The graphics are cool, yeah.
Yeah, that if I was a graphic designer, I'd feel.
Yeah,
yeah, that could be scary.
I guess I'm technically like I can draw. I'm an artist, and I'm big into like the debates online about how unethical AI art is, and it's just that they're taking a lot of people's art who don't consent to it, and then they're putting it into their database, and they're using like people are seeing their art basically with this few small changes being passed off as AI.
That would upset me.
All I'm saying is
like they do it with like tattoos, like you can project like what your tattoo would look like.
Seen
I think
that.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
like,
really?
you can just design the tattoo in general, so that's also sweet.
I think the folks in the creative space have got to do what the folks in the business space have already done with this whole thing and understand that it's happening and find ways to use it that don't feel. I mean, I predicted this on the 2024 show, the year-end show that we do here. That I think this year would be the first year that a bestseller written by AI comes out. I'm probably wrong.
I've seen online like anytime like a game creator or like a book writer, anybody who needs some kind of commissioned art for like their project, If
Mhm.
they have AI art at all, or they use it for like a launch or an announcement, everyone just shits on them immediately.
Right.
Like they expect if you're making a project, you need to pay people to be doing that work. You can't just use AI for it.
Except for eventually that's gonna go away. And
I don't think
it
so.
is. Money is too powerful. Listen, you can save so much money. I think creatives need to start finding ways to partner with AI to utilize AI as a tool that helps them. Because if they don't, I've really truthfully, maybe not this year. Again, I might be wrong about it happening this year, but within a non-trivial amount of time, they're going to get bulldozed, my
Well, like
opinion.
I think there's a difference
So
between like using AI software and animation or something like that versus like just like a cover for a book. If you're like a big author and you want to cover for your book and you announce your new book and you show AI art, I don't think like even 10 years from now
it
people
won't
aren't going
start,
to shit
yeah,
on
but it
that.
won't start with big authors because everybody wants them to pay. It'll start with the small people who have no money.
I've even seen small like creators put out new
Oh
stuff
yeah,
and people
recently,
immediately
yeah.
shit on you for it.
I think that's going to change. We'll have to see, but
I
I think it's going
disagree.
to
I don't think
change.
it's going to change. I think for like animation purposes, I think it's fine to include that, but I don't think for like hand-drawn works and stuff like that that anyone's going to be okay with
Yeah.
it.
Only
All,
time will tell. But now we all have it on our phone, so it's only getting more and more prevalent.
Hey
all,
guys, give me 1 second. I need to use the bathroom real quick.
That's
yeah, no
fine.
problem.
Give me a
Do your
second.
thing there.
Be right back.
And while we wait there, right? I think at this point, when I just have children, they're just gonna start training to be athletes when they're 3 years old. Can't take that
That's
away with
true.
that. There's no
Computers
AI
can't.
can't take athletics away.
My boyfriend and I said if we have kids, we have to have at least 5 kids so we can
Oh,
create an entire League of Legends team. We'll pick each child and
E-gamers.
put them into their role. And then every single day, as soon as they get out of school, we lock them into a room and we have a whiteboard. We run down like what they need to improve on, and eventually we'll have a pro league team.
It's Joe Jackson for e-gamers.
hey, anything's possible.
Or
All right, we're back at it, and we have to talk about Joey Chestnut. It was announced that Joey Chestnut will not be participating in the famous 4th of July Nathan's hot dog eating contest due to him signing up with a vegan hot dog company. Nathan's is not having it, but good news is we will get to see him again on Labor Day facing, well, I won't say his arch nemesis. I don't think arch nemesis, but the other biggest name in hot dog eating contest. This is as if Babe Ruth and Barry Bonds were having a home run derby. LeBron versus Michael Jordan in a one-on-one. Wayne Gretzky versus Connor McDavid. Tom Brady versus Mahomes, even though that already happened. But guys, we're going to have Kobayashi versus Joey Chestnut on Labor Day weekend. Huge news for Joey Chestnut in the last couple of days. Guys, how do we feel about not being able to see Joey Chestnut on the 4th of July?
it's downright un-American. I'm going to go out and say that.
Ban.
Yeah.
It is a goofy ban, and apparently this is a rule. Apparently, I actually just read this today. Kobayashi also got kicked from the contest, and that's when he retired.
Yep.
For much the same reason. He signed with another company, and Nathan says an exclusivity clause. Whatever. Kobayashi was important, but Joey Chestnut is the eating. I mean, I'm not going to call it a sport. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know that eating's a sport. It's hard, right? It's hard to do the professional eating. I'm not taking it away from them. I just don't know that I would call it an athletic competition. But either way, whatever you think it is, it doesn't exist without Joey Chestnut. And so how could they possibly let a pretender wear the mustard championship? It is horrible. It is a horrible decision. I don't care what your rule is. Just let him do it. Like, what do you do? The NBA, you know what they do? Whatever LeBron James wants, right? The MLB, they just straight up pretended that their best player didn't do something to get banned for life. Come on. The sports, no. The real sports, no. When your best player makes a mistake or wants something, you just do it. And then you don't worry about it, and someone will get mad because they didn't get to do it, and then you fire them because they're nobody and your stars right where they are. This is a ridiculous ban. They did it to Kobayashi for no reason. Now they're doing it to Joey Chestnut, which is, again, un-American. And I, for one, hope that the Netflix special outdraws the 4th of July special by a 2-for-1 margin this year. And maybe they'll reinstate
Very
both
well.
of them to come back next year and challenge the fake champion, whoever you end up being, for that mustard title in July 2025.
Mustard on that beat.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. I mean, like,
Mustard on the beat, exactly.
I don't know what Nathan's is thinking. I'd love to know the viewership statistics of how bad it goes down. And honestly, I bet they lose sales too. If I go buy a hot dog right now, I ain't buying Nathan's.
Well, so you
Nah.
know what they
What I mean?
have one advantage. And I hate this, but I've seen a lot of comments because I've been following this discourse closely because I was truly upset. And a lot of people are upset with Joey Chestnut for signing a contract with the Impossible Company, which makes the vegan meat. They
You
called
know-
him un-American for not eating meat. So
You
I think
know-
the culture virus, all that stuff, I'm not going to get too far into it. I think some of that is protecting Nathan's here. They've got a hardcore group who sees vegan as like the enemy, and therefore Joey Chestnut is in the wrong and not them. But Kara, sorry, go ahead.
You know how a lot of people say, like, how can you tell someone's a vegan? Don't worry, they'll tell you. So I'm not vegan. I love meat, but like I get a lot of vegan recommendation recipes on Facebook because I've been making a lot of soups and stuff.
Yeah.
And in the comments on these vegan pages, it's just meat eaters like insulting them like
They're very upset.
nonstop. Anytime I see someone just, hey, here's a vegan recipe, there's people in the comments that eat meat just being absolute dicks. Like on every single platform. I like very, very rarely see vegan people like being dicks at this level. I do see it, but I see it way more the other way at this point.
People, the meat side of the equation is very upset with the Impossible Company and just the vegan thing, and now the lab grown meat. Like they're very, very angry, and so I don't think the sales will go down like such. To be clear, I think that the sales will be fine, but I do think viewership will go down because you can like beef hot dogs and not care about the hot dog eating contest. I do think that will happen, and I do think people won't watch because they don't understand why this dude's. It'd be like signing a Nike contract, and then the NBA is like, "Sorry, we have an Adidas exclusive thing," or whatever, or vice versa, and then you just get banned from the entire league. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So.
I'll say this. I bet every single person commenting hating on the Impossible stuff would sign with them as soon as they saw how much money he made off it.
Yeah.
I would exclusively eat Impossible meat if they paid me. That's true.
100%.
I mean, I've never had Impossible meat. I'm still
I had the
leery
Whopper.
on it, but
I am big on meat myself too. I had a steak dinner tonight. I
Okay.
had a Wagyu skirt steak. Like I love meat.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
like I eat a lot of meat, but like
Eat
last
those
night
cows.
my boyfriend made us like a chickpea stew and
Yeah.
I didn't eat it and then go, there's no meat in here. You gotta add meat next time. It tasted fine. Didn't need it.
Yeah, you don't
Not the
always
end of the
need meat.
world. Yeah.
You don't always need meat. And I have had the I have had the Impossible Whopper when that was famous. Like that was a meme for a while.
Whopper.
Remember
Did
Yeah.
you
that?
think
So-
it tasted the same?
the same? No.
Or still
But-
good?
I thought it was I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no issue with that. I do think there's a false idea that Impossible meat is better for you than regular meat, and that is simply untrue. Like
Yeah.
just look at the calories on
They're
on
just
an
about the same.
Impossible patty. It's like literally almost the same, if not sometimes worse, because they have to, add
Put
a
a
bunch
lot
of
of-
stuff to make it
yeah.
taste good.
Meat gets a bad rap. Meat's not bad for you. I mean, obviously,
no.
if you're in like 70-30 ground beef, then yeah,
Right.
not.
Yeah, the only like
Leaner the better.
yeah, like all of the vegans or vegetarians I know just it's for animal
The
reasons.
animal reason,
but-
yeah.
Which I respect. I just I've grown up.
You know who
on
my
and
favorite
around
vegan
farms.
is? Kawhi Leonard.
Is he
Is it
vegan?
vegan?
Yeah, he did a clip once, right?
Interesting.
In some of the rare but wholesome Kawhi being happy moments, he was working with a chef, and he's like, "Nah, bro, don't do the meat." He's like, "Man, well, you don't like meat?" He's like, "Nah, I'm vegan. Killing cows, I don't fuck with that."
There you go.
Legit quote. All right.
Simply put by Kawhi.
I
best.
get all my meat from butchers though, like local
That's
butchers.
the way to do it.
'cause,
Yeah.
I have some morals. I have not bought meat from Walmart in a long, long time.
Oh yeah,
I go to
I
the
stayed
store.
away there too.
They got like the meat juice on the package. I feel like when you touch it, like your hands are
Oh
sticky and shit. It
yeah,
sucks.
Nah, I don't like that.
Nah.
got the Satriels.
Either hunting or go to the butcher.
All right, I got a clip to show you. A little somber, but I think it's real. We're gonna do some dating related things. We're talking about with reply time. Now, this is a guy's perspective, but I'm gonna play the clip. You tell me if you agree with him or disagree with him. All right, let's go. Hold up. Good.
He's not that.
Oh, okay, there it is. Excuse me. All right, let's play this clip. Everybody can see it. And so since this is an Instagram clip, some of the clips to give perspective, it says, bro is not aware of jobs. He's 100% right. Y'all must not have a real job. All right, let us see what this is related. So here we go.
That interested.
And then at the end of the...
Hold up. Excuse me. Let me just put this one more time. All right, now we're ready.
What if I text a guy and I don't hear from him all day?
He's not that interested.
And then at the end of the day, he says, I'm sorry, I just had a very long day. I was busy.
Not that interested.
Why?
He's not that interested.
What if he was really busy?
It doesn't matter. No one's that busy. It's not that important to him. Right? He's looking at his phone all the time. There's not a person in here that don't look at his phone. There might be 2 hours where I cannot look at my phone, but as soon as I get through with that busy thing where I couldn't look at my phone, as soon as I get a chance to look at my phone, I'm gonna look at my phone. And if you're the first person that texts me and I like you a lot, I'm gonna text you back.
What if I text a guy?
All right. When asked about reply time and stuff like that, looks like this guy was very passionate about what he said.
Yeah. Why is
How
he
do you
yelling?
see his reaction regarding reply time?
I mean, if if it's a full day, like 24 hours with no reply, and they said, sorry, I've just been really busy, then yeah, I agree with him. Like if it's 8 hours,
Right.
like if it's a
Mhm.
work day, 8 to 10 hours, I don't think that's the end of the world, as long as,
I agree.
yeah.
Yeah, I
It's-
agree. What was this guy going on about? Like, and he was
Someone
really
really
aggressive.
hurt-
He
someone
was really
really hurt
aggressive
him.
about it. Like, relax. Woo. But
You
yeah.
know, I just saw this post in one of those girls' Facebook groups I'm in. A girl posted a screenshot of a conversation she had on Snapchat with a guy about this. I guess she left him on red for 6 hours because she was at work, and he said, "Damn, straight up, eh? Aren't hot skinny girls supposed to be the only stuck-up bitches?"
Ooh, that's not how you impress somebody.
Yeah, she said, "Doesn't mean I'm stuck up if I'm busy. I'm not on my phone. I work full time and I go to school to be a nurse." And he said, "Well, I work full time and go to school as well."
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, and then
Mm.
yeah, and then she responded and said, "What did you mean about the only skinny girl thing?" And he said, "You ain't skinny, and makeup can only do so much." And it was going fine before this, she says in the comments, and I guess just because she left him on red for 7 hours.
Yeah, it's not that
Yeah,
deep.
that's
Y'all
pretty
need some
real.
hobbies or something. No,
Yeah.
seriously, single guys. I admonish you quite a bit on our show, and I'm going to continue. Like, you know what? Just like, learn how to play I don't know, solitaire or something, because you could kill 7 hours. Why do you care that much about anything? Like, really, if 7 hours without something that, like, someone you're talking to is too long, then you've got like a really, really bad like dependency problem where like you need validation every 7 hours. I mean, my wife and I are on the opposite coasts right now, as I mentioned to the folks here. We're not constantly talking to each other. She has work all day, I have work all day, and our hours are different because I'm on East Coast and she's on the Pacific time. Like sometimes there's long swaths where we're not able to talk, and it's fine. Like someone you just barely know does not need to talk to you every 6 hours. And if
Yeah.
you need someone who does that, then I mean, certainly, I guess do your best to find that person. Find who matches your vibe, but just know that there's only like 4 of them, and you're just gonna have to get lucky, I guess, because that's a weird vibe to have.
As a
Right.
guy, I think reply time does matter a little bit more than from the girl side because you like the example you just gave, Kara. You'd want to see that flipped. where the girl's like, why haven't you responded yet? Like, and the guy's like the one that's not responding, right? As soon as like he does that, like he looks like all needy and shit, and like it's like repellent. Like, see you later. Like, whatever you said, it was going good. He didn't even need to send the stuck up skinny thing. Like, it was over after he sent the 6 hour reply. Like, I promise. Like, so I think for a guy, you can't be like too needy quick with it. I agree. You also can't be too long. You got to find like the sweet spot, I guess.
For sure.
All said, I hate the whole text game thing. I much rather when I'm texting girls, it's to with a purpose to meet in person.
Yeah,
right.
I don't like to chat too much over text. I'll call you, that's cool, but like I'm using it to like plan where I'm gonna take you on a date or where we're gonna hang out.
Yeah, you need to have some flow in here. You can't now. I think from 9 to 5, that's a good time for the space because of work. But after that, within those, after work hours, you just need to have some type of flow. It doesn't have to be every single second, but it can't be hours in between either. You have to show your interest in that sense. So for this guy, it was too deep for him, but after hours, have that flowing conversation. And with the right person, you don't have to think too hard. It won't be a headache. You'll make it easier for each other like that. So I think that's fair to point out. Good points from everybody here. Now with that though, I do want to I want to play two quick videos about the dating app culture that I think these two guys from the guy side accurately portrayed well. This is now these two videos, right? This is when you meet somebody on an app at first. These are exactly how the convos go a lot of the time. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. So here's example 1. Do the Instagram example first. This guy's hilarious. All right, I forgot to share the screen. My bad. All right, here we go. So here is the first example.
Cute.
Do we start that one more time? All right. This is exactly how dating app culture on the guy side comes for a lot of us, I feel.
Hey, hi. You're cute. That was very nice of you. You're cute. Where are you from? Oh, Ohio. That's awesome. I've never been to Ohio. I actually, no wait, I have been to Ohio. What part? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're done now? We stopped? Okay. Oh, hey, I'm so sorry. I'm really bad at this. Yeah, no worries. I was just asking, what part of Ohio were you from? Okay, fuck me. So I'll just die alone. Hey, hi.
All right, and here's example 2.
Hi, I think you're really cute. Oh, thank you. I think that you're really pretty as well. Oh, thank you. That is so sweet. Did you want to grab a drink this weekend or something? Ugh. No. Oh. Oh, okay. No. Yeah, no, makes sense. Yeah, what?
Never ends. Never ends. 2 examples. Hilarious. So you
as,
get the vibe.
As a girl that tended to message first, yeah, I would get that a lot too, but I feel like I am a strange person, and so I would try to be strange but entertaining out the gate to try to like weed out people that couldn't deal with it. So I would get ghosted a lot. But it worked out.
For the viewers out there, I'm a single guy. I am on the apps. I go on dates from the apps. I would say I'm not surprised that like in that specific example, that's what happened, because I think so many guys make the mistake on those. You have to be interesting.
Yeah.
You're not asking where they're from. You're not asking what do they do. You're not asking what college you went. You gotta break the ice and be interesting, and you have to grab attention. A girl's Hinge, Tinder, whatever. Like if we compared mine to Kara's per se, she would have like hundreds of matches and I'd have like 20, just because there's so many more guys on these things than girls. So you have to stand out. So that's first. And then second is, once you actually like match with them, like you actually you have to have conversation. That's not boring. You have to be interesting and engaging and like flirt. Like,
right.
And that's
There was-
what
Show that
yeah.
interest.
gets it done. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there are so many times when I would send like a full paragraph. I would look at their account. I would say, "Oh, this is interesting. This is interesting." I would send a full paragraph to like say hi, throw a little joke in there, like, and then they would respond, "Oh, haha, thanks. What are you up to?" I don't message back. Why would I message back to that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nothing.
What is there for you to invest in?
Yeah, and also I feel like a lot of people keep it on the dating app for too long. Like you don't have to like ask to go out for drinks even, just ask for another way to contact them if you find like their responses are short and choppy, because a lot of people don't have, especially girls, don't have notifications on for the dating apps because it just chicks on dating apps. So yeah, so you want to get a different form of communication set first, like once you feel like
I
you
just
guys
feel
like
like
each
I'm
other.
80 every time we talk about these apps on this show. Truly.
That's right.
Like I was never on the apps either. So like it just is like totally bizarro world for me.
I met my boyfriend on Tinder.
That's what I mean. Like everyone I know, like well, not everyone I know. I know plenty of people who didn't, but like I have a pretty even split among my friends of like met in person, met on apps. Maybe I think like if I was really counting, I'd be slightly more people who met in person, because of like the people that I hang out with. But yeah, like I don't know. I feel like I would be horrible at apps, like really bad.
I gotta say, like, I don't prefer them, but I have met some great girls and had some great experiences like off them. But I'm in terms of my dating approach, I'm way more in person and like approach you, like let's have a conversation. Like that's absolutely my preferred method.
Yeah, like me and my boyfriend have talked about it too. Like we wish we had met in person, but sometimes things just don't work out that way. But
it's all about the momentum as well. That's the one thing that is so taken away from the apps is momentum, unless you put the momentum into it. But it's just tough out here, and you just have to have a conversation like you're doing it in person online as well.
It's work, yo.
It is.
I have like 5 people I gotta respond. Like it's just like I don't know. You know what I mean? It's all judged by its cover. You're just like trying to like
which one's gonna be worth the time invested? Which one's gonna go around? It's hard.
And I feel like that's why messages get spotty as well too, because like you're responding to so many people, it's hard to just.
Yeah, that's why you got to meet as soon as possible, really, or at least FaceTime as soon as possible.
Like,
I'm just saying, every person I meet on an app now, I'd want to at least FaceTime them first. So we can establish there it's not as awkward the first time you meet them, because I remember this gay guy told me once at an event I worked at, you got to meet a guy, he said a guy, but on an app, you got to meet somebody twice. And that's true. And that's always stuck with me ever since he told me that. And he wound up being, I mean, this guy was so funny. He was the only cool guy. He was one of 2 cool guys I actually worked with that was cool at my last job, second to last job. Everybody else was a terrible human being, but him and my boy Nicholas from France. You listening, Nicholas from Paris? Those are my guys.
Paris. Wow.
Yeah, his name was Nicholas. You know what's funny about Nicholas? He was the first person to tell me about Victor Wembanyama. Before he entered the draft. He's like, I can't do a French accent.
You know how you said like meeting twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of girls, a lot of times are nervous to have that in-person meetup with a guy, which I think is like the norm, right? I don't know if I told you guys, but on me and my boyfriend's first date, he told a bunch of his friends where he was going to be, and if he didn't respond by a certain time, that they should let somebody know, because he thought I was going to hurt or kill him.
Well, if you saw a stranger or a bear, we've learned that at least for women, it's the bear, right?
I lived on a ranch at the time, and I said, "Hey, there's a cool mountain behind my house. Come hike this mountain with me." Yeah. And so it was in the middle of nowhere.
Do you want to go outside with no cell service with me?
I had a knife in my bag, but that's because I was a chick on a mountain alone with a dude I didn't know. But I also had my dog, so
Kara, here's a question for you. I'm interested in dating apps or DMs. What's the most clever like first message you've ever gotten that like grabbed your attention?
Great question.
I can't say it because there's a slur in it.
Oh.
wait, well, I can technically say it because I'm autistic. I'll preface with that. They said, I love, what was it? It was actually back when I had a Reddit. Somebody messaged me on Reddit and said, uh, oh my God, I wish I had a screenshot of this. Well, he called me a retard, but like he did it in a way that made me just laugh, and we messaged back and forth for a couple of years, and now he's like one of my close online friends, and he plays video games with me and my boyfriend. So he's got his own girlfriend now that's not me, but it at least sparked a friendship. But I don't think I've ever had a message that was super memorable from a dude. The only messages that really stick in my head are ones that were just extremely out of pocket or were genuinely very nice and thoughtful.
All right, what'd you just say? Out of pocket, and the one that called you a retard stood out.
Yeah, that was so funny.
Because it was different.
It was different.
Where are you from?
Exactly.
How you doing? That's why. So you, gentlemen, be different.
Yeah. But I also want to say to guys, if you're looking for like an actual girlfriend and you're on an app and you come across a girl who looks so pretty, but she's got literally nothing in her bio, she like nothing about her, or just something super basic, I don't think you should try to match her.
I agree
with that too.
Everyone chase your bliss, but yeah, I think we're sending a little bit of the wrong message to single people. Don't just start throwing slurs at women.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Be
that
different,
is
but not
only
like,
for very specific people.
I think that's more than likely going to strike you out.
Don't do that.
And again, I have somebody. So like I'm not trying to throw you off, lower the competition, go crazy out there.
Yeah.
I really don't think that's a long-term strategy for success.
Don't do that. Just take from that be unique. Say something that you think would be funny given what you see on her profile / social media.
You know, one thing, I do like to have a lot of fun with those ads when it comes to openers. When it comes to somebody I'm interested in, maybe I've been both risky, not risky, but because I don't want to say the chances are unlikely you're going to meet somebody, but you just have so much out there, right? So I've tried various things. I even looked up an old thing I looked up of starters I have. Now I just go look at the profile and see I can just make a starter from there instead of these generics. But I've used these before and it worked well. I used one called Pickup Line, character defining question, or skip the small talk and ask you out, and we could figure all the stuff out in person. I haven't used that in a while. I should use that. You like that?
I don't think it's like bad. I think the only thing that if I had that message sent to me that I would think is this feels scripted, and he's definitely said it to other girls.
That's true, and it would have been.
That's why I think you got. That's why I think it's hard
to. You also might be like, "Dang, Matt's got so many girls in his life. What's going on?"
Well, like when I was matching guys, if I came across a guy's profile who had nothing that I could pull off of, even if he was hot as hell, I am not swiping on that guy because there's nothing I can message or communicate to him about.
You know, one line I've used also. Excuse me, what's your availability on being hit on right now?
I don't like that one as much.
I remember I accidentally one time. That's worked often. I once sent that drunk text to a sports chat I'm in, like late at night, and that's never led down. Like
yes,
I'll be saying some stupid shit on there, to be honest. I treat it as like a social experiment. It's just like
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, all right, let's see what
you want to weed them out though too, because like if you can't really be yourself with them like over messages at the very start, right? That's why I try to be like a little out of pocket or strange when I would message people for the first time, just so they knew. But I had in my bio, I think, that I was widowed 2 times with like 13 kids, and I wasn't sure who the parents were or something like that.
I remember it. I remember one time that there was this Met fan I matched with. I just simply say, "Yo, Mets suck," and she was genuinely pissed. I was like, "Come on, it's not that deep."
The Mets, they're passionate fan base. You can't do that to a Mets fan.
Yes, I can, and I still do it. You both are Mets fans.
Yeah, you need something slightly less.
I have not that great. The Mets.
No, I mean you're right. I'm just saying
She didn't find
you
that
need
funny.
slightly less.
One
Yeah.
thing I have also done, I've used this line. I'll touch that fire for you. I'll do that 3-4 times again. I'll test a 5 for you. And sometimes people have finished the lyrics with me for that.
I mean, if it works, it works, right?
Yeah, exactly. If it works,
That's all
it
I
works.
could say.
I'm giving out my secrets. One that I use, it's mad simple, but it seems to work. Just like, I like your look or I like your style. And if it's like a picture of them in like a dress and they're like
Yeah.
clearly like trying to show their elegant side, like I'll just
Mhm.
say that. And I match on that a good amount, I'd
Yeah,
say.
like complimenting a chick's physical appearance, especially if they're obviously attractive. They get that all the time.
Yep.
Compliment her hair, compliment how she does her makeup, compliment her style.
Mm.
Like 100% that's gonna get you way further
Anything
than like
unique,
a physical base.
any unique compliment.
Yeah, you just gotta find something unique you can say about this chick.
I like your aesthetic. Mm.
My wife and I
That could
met
work.
on the bleachers at our college campus in the middle of a thunderstorm, and I said, "We're all gonna die if that lightning strikes." And now we're married.
That is a great one.
I wasn't actually really saying it to her. I was just kind of telling everybody in the general area because I was being serious. It's like, oh, if it strikes the whole class, we're all on the bleachers. They're made of metal. So yeah, that was first thing I said to my wife now. So try that, I suppose. I feel like it's very situational, but you know.
Yeah, threaten
Exactly.
death on the women around you, and
Yeah,
then
exactly. All right, you took him to the woods with no cell service. That's what I'm saying.
it wasn't the woods. I was in Kamloops at the time. It's kind of like California, lots of sagebrush and cactuses.
That feels like the woods to me. I'm from a city now, so.
But yeah, he also told me he only, like years later, he told me for breakfast all he had was like a half-warm Mountain Dew that was in the back of his car. And then he showed up to my place at like 11 a.m. and we went on like a 5-hour hike up to the top of this mountain, and he was dying. He could
Yeah,
barely
he was
talk.
starving and incredibly thirsty.
I don't know what he expected.
I will say though, there is something to be said about our generation, and I feel like more and more people are meeting on these apps and like finding love versus the classic like in-person approach and like hitting it off is like dying. Because I think a lot of guys are afraid, they get anxiety around it for one, and they also know that like they have this backfall where they can just kind of like chill behind a screen in the comfort of their home.
Right.
And, like,
yeah.
it's also accessible, easy, right? But I think that like a lot of things are shading that way. I think we're only going to see more of it.
That's
like
probably
you're gonna hear a ton and ton more of like Kara's story, for example. I have someone in my family, they're married, they met on Tinder. Like it's common now.
Yeah, and also like when you're on Tinder, you can just see their interests with stuff just from the get-go. So you're not even just seeing their face and going, I want to approach this person. It's oh, I know we have this in common and this in common and this in common already.
And one thing that is cool.
I think it literally says like, what am I looking for? And like you can like select.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a question. Yeah, that's a question I've always brought up. What are you looking
for? But you can put I'm not sure yet. So sometimes it can not work out too well.
Because I'm single, that's my favorite response to that. What are you doing here? I'm single. Well, duh. All right, one last thing before we say goodbye. Let's just settle this debate. I saw this picture. You might have seen it already. But when you look at all the fast food chicken sandwiches, like I have right now, KFC, White Castle, Wendy's, Burger King, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Popeyes, Culver's, tell me, what is the best fast food chicken sandwich?
Chick-fil-A, no doubt.
I do not like chicken sandwiches.
So good.
I want to say something though, Matt. I've just noticed there's a bit of an issue here. They have the wrong Burger King chicken sandwich.
The wrong one?
Oh, they do. Yeah, they do have that. Yeah, I know
that long original one is the best.
Man, that don't count.
I love that
singular, one. The circular chicken sandwich.
Circular.
I would say Chick-fil-A with a 1B of Wendy's.
I was gonna say I would probably prefer Wendy's.
The Wendy's one's
Chick-fil-A's
hit.
high. Yeah, Wendy's is probably my favorite of that list, but the Chick-fil-A is very good.
I love me some Chick-fil-A.
I've never been to Culver's, so I can't judge Culver's.
Me neither.
So wild card out of Culver's.
That's a Midwest thing.
I like to eat pretty healthy, so like I like Chick-fil-A because if you get the grilled chicken sandwich, like it's
a little
pretty
better
healthy.
for you. Yeah,
it's fine. I like Chick-fil-A a lot.
How many
Big
of those
Chick-fil-A.
are up in your your area? Because I mean, obviously Canada, but also you're
you want
pretty
me-
rural too, right? So
Can I see the picture again?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got you right here.
Burger King, KFC. Never heard of Culver's. We don't have White Castle, but we don't have
Yeah, that's an East
Chick-fil-A.
Coast tri-state area one.
Wendy's, McDonald's,
Culver's,
and
they're the coolest
Popeyes.
one.
We only have a few locations, at least
you
around
have
where I am.
some though. Okay.
Yeah, there's one in Kamloops where I lived for a little while. I think there's one in Kelowna. There's one or a few probably around Vancouver. There's none where I am, and my boyfriend is obsessed with Popeyes, so he gets really sad.
I'm not a huge Popeyes person, actually.
I ordered the Popeyes chicken sandwich late night on DoorDash one time. There was like when it just came out and I was so excited to try it.
Mhm.
My DoorDasher was like waiting at Popeyes for like 20-30 minutes and they never did the order and I never got my sandwich, and since then I've never had it. So, like,
Really?
yeah.
Maybe it's not that
on
good.
it.
Maybe it's worth not getting.
I love chicken parm sandwiches in Heroes, and
Oh
none
my
of these
God,
places actually did it.
Oh God.
Well, I know no Burger King briefly did a chicken parm sandwich, and
It's probably a gross one though.
yeah, it was a 4 out of 10.
That's pretty bad.
That was higher than I would have given it. So, or what I would have assumed. I've never had it, but
Yeah,
Matt, best chicken parm sandwich in Norwalk.
the chicken parm sandwich in Norwalk, it has to be Dave and Charlie's. I really think they'll go in on that one.
I hope someone at Dave and Charlie's heard that.
Oh,
My
we should
man's
talk
hitting you with the big
sponsorships right
endorsement.
there.
Yup.
I could totally see them sponsoring this show. Dave and Charlie's, man, the guy with the awesome tattoos. Dave. Dave from Dave
You
and
make a
Charlie's.
mean chicken parm sub, brother.
I'll tell you, the best chicken parm meal I've ever had in my life, better than my grandma's, better than my mother's, was a Chinese girl from Bushwick, Brooklyn that I was seeing. Best chicken parm I've ever had in my life. In fact, probably just the best breaded chicken I've ever had in my life. And she got the recipe from Action Bronson's Fuck That's Delicious cookbook. And it was the best, just the best breaded chicken I've ever had in my life. I don't know where she is. I wish her well. She's an awesome person. And I remember that night specifically, because that was the night we were watching Bucks and Nets, KD's foot on the line. I watched that with her. I watched that with her eating the best chicken parm in my life.
During a chicken parm meal.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of like fusion restaurants around here. My boyfriend got a chicken katsu, like chicken parm thing from this Indian restaurant. And he keeps getting it like every 2 days now, and he's obsessed. So.
Red sauce, like marinara red sauce too.
Yeah, chicken katsu. I don't know. It's weird, but it smells good. I haven't tried it yet because I like their noodles.
What do you think is the best chicken parm hero in Norwalk, such?
The one that has the bread, and then there's the chicken on it.
All of them?
All of them. Good answer.
No, but the one with the sauce.
I'd say
in Canada, I feel like that's what
Jordan's is pretty good. I like Jordan's.
I never had theirs. I'm gonna look for that. Nah, not yet.
Pretty solid. Little Nick's is good too.
Little Nick's is actually pretty good. I've had Little Nick's. That we won't even talk about that. I'll get in trouble.
Little Nick's.
Another time.
Little Nick's. Oh man.
Yeah, you don't like Little Nick's?
It's not that I don't like it. It's just
what?
Well,
I think I know what he's saying. I think I know. Dude,
the pizza's good.
We'll just say one thing. Let me say, they are still cash only in this world today.
Still cash only.
Hey, traditional.
Exactly. Al, the pizza guy.
He should probably upgrade to a payment system though.
Yeah, for real. But
he doesn't want what's it called? He doesn't want his name on any lists. That's what he doesn't want. He doesn't want to pay for it. But anyway, we should move on.
Hey man, I love that stuff, but unfortunately we're out of time. I really enjoyed this though. Such awesome job. Thanks for coming back. I hope you want to come back again because you're a natural at this and you have a lot of great things to say, my friend.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you having me on. It was great to be back. This was great.
Definitely.
Time.
Always great with you, Ryan and Kara as well. Great show. And we'll see you all really soon. Great work, everybody.
See ya.
Awesome.
See you, Matt.